thank you for joining us. Nini, James, Rune, if
Yep.
you can just quickly introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Nini Ochoba, and I'm the Data Lab's representative in the North of Scotland. The Data Lab is Scotland's innovation centre for data and AI. We support and incubate responsible innovations in data and AI across sectors, public sector, private sector, and industry.
Fantastic. And
Perfect.
same to you, Jason.
Yeah. Jason Brown, so I'm CEO of Elementz. Elementz is an industrial software company focused on integrity and inspection.
And Rune?
Yeah, so I'm Rune Logg. I'm from AKBP, where I work as an IT application manager. So I'm fronting the tiebreaker initiative from an operator's point of view.
Fantastic. And then you mentioned Tiebreaker there. So what is Tiebreaker?
Yeah, I can maybe start. So Tiebreaker's an AI accelerator for subsea. Yeah, specifically formed out of this desire from Compass, which Runa sits on, which is our, if you like, customer advisory board. And this kind of realization that most AI is never going to hit the market, yet without some guidance, and without some access, to real world challenges, data, etc. as well. So that idea of Tiebreaker was kind of born from Compass as well. We also work closely with the Data Lab, bringing these guys close, to actually start it and do it. So born from an idea, born from a desire, and born from this kind of knowledge that these guys are in a paradox. Does that make sense? So the operators, the real guys who need the tools, can't get their hands on the tools, if that makes sense. So we're here to enable it.
Fantastic. And Rune or Nini, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, so we see technology evolves all the time. So it's basically about not developing independent silos, but we want to knit it together so we get it as coherence in the usage of the technology. And this is where this Tiebreaker initiative is really, really interesting from our part, because we believe that AI can sort of speed up the process, because it has been quite cumbersome to get one technology team there, one there. With AI, we sort of hope that it can knit everything together for us, so we can actually start building the business benefits.
Fantastic. Nini?
From the Data Lab's perspective, we're always looking to break new grounds and create conditions for others to follow. And we feel that Tiebreaker is a great example on how we can do that by supporting and mentoring innovation through a third party.
So who's involved in Tiebreaker?
So that's a part of the biggest customers of Elementz. So I represent AKBP there. And we're quite forward-leaning company to try to absorb new technology that comes and try to bring it to business quite fast. It's about, getting done more with the same workforce, and also do a lot more precise decisions. Instead of guessing, we would, as soon as possible, go straight to the point that needs to be checked or fixed. Yeah.
At the Data Lab, one of our core missions is to support innovation, connecting academic expertise with industry and public sector. With Tiebreaker, we are bringing that experience to the table by mentoring the program and not running it, but helping shape it. We'll be leveraging our experience in designing and delivering collaborative innovation challenges to support Tiebreaker structure, ensuring that the challenge design is strong, the technical infrastructure is sound, and the process is fair and transparent.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's kind of good lead in. That's what I kind of went last there. So you've got the Compass guys kind of directing, telling us where it should go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've got this really strong, these guys have done it before in Data Lab. So there's guardrails up, there's a fairness, and there's almost a real credibility to it as well. And then you have Elementz who's appearing as almost like the engine that allows this. So we hold the data on behalf of all the customers. We'll create the sandbox, we create the connectors into that as well. And we'll also help, guide what these guys are expecting in terms of security, you know, how things should be developed, how things can go to commercialization as well. De-risk it for these guys, make sure these guys have a handle on us all the time, so there's fairness. And we're not just doing this on their own, so we've got Opportunity North East, so they're supporting us as well. We've got Prospect 13 coming in, they're guiding the branding, so there's consistency of message so that it's professional, and also the legal thing. You can imagine how much structure has to go behind that. So we've got agreements, of course, with the operators, but we need to protect, let's call them the participants that join Tiebreaker as well. Yeah. So a real collaboration.
Huge opportunity there for the participants that you mentioned. So
Yeah.
how would they get involved in this?
Well, we've obviously announced at Offshore Europe, and that's the start of this kind of participation. So we'll make the ones who have shown that interest, you know, aware of it as well. But we've taken out the Tiebreaker domain, so you'll see tiebreaker.digital as well. So it's not just always going through Elementz. You feel part of something. And we'll formally launch here in October as well. So that's the real engine starting to kick in. So October, November, December, and then we hope to have the first participants January, I think we were thinking about. Yeah.
And how long has it taken to get to this point?
It's taken us about 6 months
Okay, that's
to get to
pretty
this point,
quick.
which is pretty quick. We had to form Compass, which had a job to do as well, and get these guys on board. The Data Lab have always been with us. We've been partners with these guys for a long time, and it's really taken off since, I think, July.
Yeah.
Yep. So getting to, you know, this point and actually announcing, it's been breathtaking speed, but that shows you there's an energy and a real passion to do something. Yeah.
And you mentioned you've got a kind of board as such as far as operators, and you're one of them, but how easy was it to get them to buy into this?
Incredibly easy. I can remember that fast thing. It might have been more difficult for these guys.
Was that a potential lifesaver for them?
No, no. It works like, you know, when you go for a software or a service, you really want them to succeed, because then you know you get the full benefit of it, right? So that we take our liberty to complain a lot and say it should be like this, it should be like this, it should be like this, and here you have anticipated something that doesn't match the real world. And you know, we were AKBP, we're not alone in this wish.
Yep.
So it's sort of, that's why they formed the Compass group, where we can sort of say, yeah, this doesn't work, this works well, and then we can move the product and service forward.
Yeah. There's a danger if you don't have the right customers, and I'll try and explain this. Customers will ask for features, so you can't bloat your product with features, or you just become you're just shipping features all the time.
And they just want to keep adding them.
They just want to keep adding. This group, and that's why we were really comfortable, they think like us, so they think like product and software people. And by that, they're thinking of, how does this benefit the mass of users? Or is this a big value item? Yep, so small users, but huge value as well. And then also, they put their money where their mouth is as well. So they understand that when value goes up, or you modularize, or you're adding something, then the price point goes up as well. So it is win-win. So when I say it was quite easy, these customers think like us. So it's not just here's hundreds of features, it's more they understand the way a product should be built.
And do all these features then become like a toolbox?
Yeah. So if we think of our product framing, we have a foundation where everything's built in. It's configurable. This is where the engineers live, and this is our workflows. But they want to do more. So the next big thing is, it's probably not how digital we are, but how integrated you are. So that's the real winners, if that makes sense. So products that talk to each other.
Yeah.
If you think of our foundation then to the left, products that move with the workflow. So we're changing how we work, how we optimize, or it's a different asset life, or we want to expand or do something. Expansions, which would be things Elementz make, and then Tiebreaker as plugins, you know, so how do we actually get them all coming from this kind of foundation is the way I would describe it.
Fantastic. And obviously there's lots of tech, especially in the energy sector. Everybody's constantly developing, constantly introducing new technology. How easy is it for companies then to get involved, and how easy is it for these products to start being utilized?
You've left this.
Yeah, let me take that. Yeah, there's one thing that's normally missing, and that's the domain knowledge. You know, what's the business about, right? So this is where we can all sit in our own companies and develop the same thing. But here we would like to go with a common industry initiative and get it good for the industry. So it's that expensive to develop the whole software yourself. But if we can get these guys in Elementz to utilize AI with the data labs, I think they would sort of fast forward it quite a bit. And we in the Compass board, we will sort of make it sure that it fits the business processes. Because that's what it's all about for us. We don't care too much about the tech, you know. We would like to have efficient business processes.
Yeah. And how do you guys put that list together of what you want to get from this?
Yeah, internally in AKBP, we have sort of, I think it's 3 or 4 times a year, we have wish lists. And I sort of trimmed that wish list. It would be too much. You know, this should be fine. It's not, it should go in as a support case, for example, because it's pretty easy to fix. Other things would, I'm not sure. So I'll put it into the compost board and then we'll discuss it. And then we'll see if it fits into the schedule.
So the Compass board has Aker BP's list and the other people's lists, and then they see where maybe there's a crossover where all companies do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Some almost like clustering. And you've seen this before, Nene, where Compass are almost flipped this on its head. You know, where there's AI solutions out there and they're trying to make it fit their workflow. And this kind of tiebreaker thing, it's been flipped. So they're defining what we want on that foundation that I described. And I think that's where you guys get quite excited as well, that we're giving people stuff they wouldn't have accessed before. So most startups will ask for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they go, well, we need data. So how are you going to get your hands on data? So it's kind of that. And so companies have been really clever in flipping this on its head to give it a real chance of success. Yeah.
Fantastic.
You can probably flavour that a lot.
Yeah, exactly. We've found out that a lot of startups don't actually just make it to the market because they don't have all the data they need to test and validate their ideas. So this is I would say, a great way to get all the data they need to validate their ideas and take it to the market.
And it's also been tested by the market, by the board, by those companies, yeah?
Yeah.
And is that one of the biggest reasons why so many products that get developed just don't make it?
I would suggest so. I would suggest you need the data. These guys, quite rightly, will be risk averse. So it's not about proof of concept, it's proof of scaling. So can you scale? And then quite rightly again, and Runa's from that background, and you'll have seen it with the amount of startups going through. It's great ideas, but, you know, is the software secure? Do you have your certification? Can you show that you can actually scale and you're not going to just drop out as well? So real tough for startups, but tough for these guys to mentor them, but tough for these guys to get their hands on the tools.
Yeah. So I'm a startup starting up. I've got some cool tech that I think I have, but I can't get it to an operator. I can't get the buy-in. What is Tidebreaker going to do for me that I can do myself?
Yeah. So what you probably can't do is you're probably never going to get a contract with this guy. He's a lovely guy. Yeah, but he's a lovely guy, but he's got rules to follow. Mm-hmm. So he's got to go through a supply chain, etc. Let's say but your solution's the one that's hitting one of these challenges. Yep. So we go back to back. We enable you to have that route of commercialization. You've then got data to prove that you've actually your tool or your solution's working. We then push it into the hands of end users who'll be using it in a workflow as well. Then they come out and say, big tick, this is valuable. Your next discussion, which is probably Elementz, is, okay, is this for the mass of users? If it is, we probably want to embed it. Is it a cool bit of tech that we can just connect our talking out to? That's it as well. And then your third question is, well, this is mine, and go quite rightly. It's yours, it's IP. With an end to, is it a profit sharing or whatever? So we remove all that pain of trying to get a contract with large operators when you're a startup. Yeah, because it'll be difficult. And Runa knows it better than anyone, because supply chain just won't let you. Yeah, so we kind of solve that.
It makes it easier for us to utilize, the startups that have something mostly they don't have the domain knowledge, you know, but I hope that this Tidebreaker would sort of fit the technology and their thinking into our business needs, because we sort of deliver our pains, and then sort of we can see how the technology fits, or if it needs to be redesigned, or
From a startup's perspective, they're getting all that information as to exactly what a client wants.
Exactly.
You spoke about what the benefit for the operator's perspective, but is it from Elementz or Tidebreaker or Concept, or who's the who are the startups getting this benefit from?
Yeah.
Opportunity Northeast, Elementz, or?
Yeah, I think it's a kind of combination. So from a really practical point of view, what the startup's going to do is what they're crying out for, which is data.
But who are they going to, just so I'm getting it right, who?
They'll come to Elementz.
Elementz, yeah, that's what I was asking.
Sorry. Yeah, it is, and you see us struggling with the whole so that they'll come to Elementz. So these guys are not doing any heavy lifting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll be the engine. We'll just come out and check. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So, Rune, you've mentioned from an operator perspective that the potential company or participant gets that knowledge from the operator as to what you need. But from Elementz and Opportunity Northeast, what do you guys do for the startups?
Yeah. So we kind of talked about the kind of data side, I think, and a big problem for startups. So Elementz will enable that data as well. So we'll create, with the operator's permission, we'll create these sandboxes. So secure access, they will be part of it. So they're in our loop, if that makes sense. So they're getting access to that data. The second thing as well as SME guidance or this expertise is they're going to get testing straight away. So users that know what they're talking about and how to do it, they're going to get guidance through that as well. They're going to bypass his supply chain, which is helpful.
It's massive,
which is helpful. And also, they have the same protection. So having that legal system around us, they know what they're signing up from. They're de-risked, their IP's their own, And then, so they're getting that, but just to back that up is the data lab being there as well. So not just us providing that, if you like, environment, and off we go. We've got these guys as well who add, this credibility to it. Yeah.
And would act as a sounding board and mentor to the program's governance, ensuring that it's fair and it's transparent and there's inclusivity within the program.
Fantastic. So, I guess to wrap this up, how do the operators and how do the participants get involved?
Yeah. So we've obviously announced, and that, expression of interest as well. There's going to be the Tidebreaker.digital will come as well, but it'll be through Elementz. Yep. So we'll do the heavy lifting for these guys around it. They're there for advice and guidance, but it'll be through Elementz. So check out Elementz.digital. There's a page up there as well. We're going for a formal launch at the end of October, and those invites I've got as well. But basically just, there's a contact on that website. Just give us a shout and we're more than happy to talk you through it.
And these opportunities are open to participants from anywhere?
Yeah, definitely. So we're obviously, we're Scottish. Elementz is Scottish. We're based in the Northeast, hence the support from Opportunity Northeast as well. But we've got a global marketplace. So everywhere from St. John's in Canada to Perth in Australia and everywhere in between. So yeah, it'll be open. We'd be delighted, obviously, to keep the participants close to home as well. But, I think the world's your oyster, for want of a better phrase, on that as well. So this could go anywhere. And we're just excited, to see what happens, no fear. Start up. It sounds like a good idea. Let's go for it, and we'll see what happens.
The more technology you can get from all over, the better.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. So Elementz.digital, yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.